So hey guys, the press conference, Chelsea v Wolves press conference has taken place. Yeah, and I'm in a different place today, and if you don't get it by the end of this video, I'll tell you where and why. But it's an interesting one because, of course, Wolves under-21 coach James Collins has taken the press conference ahead of the match. And there's also been some breaking news this afternoon in regards to Wolves' #1 target over at Middlesbrough, and I'll come on to that as well. But the gist of the press conference is James Collins, really nice bloke, very amiable guy, answering the questions, very calm, quiet in his mannerisms, answering the questions. And of course the main questions, they did cover off Vitor Pereira. Of course, as you would expect that to be. He said Vitor was always really nice to him. He's learned some things from him. Very nice to all the staff, and he wishes them well. Of course, he was asked about how the players were. He said the players have been absolutely fantastic with them all week. He said, obviously, he's probably only going to be preparing them for the one game, but he says, I've prepared lots of teams. I'm a coach. We take a great professional pride in preparing teams for games, and this is no different. That's what he's done. He says, well, we've spoken to a lot of the players and the support staff about what they need, what they want, what's missing, and there's only a limited amount of stuff that you can do in a week, so you pick 3 or 4 things and try and work on those. But yeah, some positive feedback from the players, which I think which is the obvious thing to do, which is a sensible thing to do. He said that they've been really, really great. Asked about the next manager, he said, when they come in, will you pass on that information? He says, of course we will. And he said, it was one of the things he said to the players, he said, look, everyone's got us written off already after 10 games. There are 28 games to go. There's 90 points to play for. There's plenty of time for us to get wins on the board. And I like that positive mindset. As I say, he's quite quietly spoken. Very different character to Vitor Pereira. Obviously, Vitor Pereira, when he first came in, was very bubbly, and that bubbliness went, did it not? As we went through the continual amount of games that we hadn't won. He also talked about injuries, which I'll come on to in a minute, and squad availability. Asking about Chelsea. Well, he said in regards to Chelsea, they're of course a very, very, very good, talented side, but believes that we can go there and get a result and play our game. One of the things that he did talk about was under the likes of Nuno, when Nuno was here and stuff like that, they had, and other managers had clear identity. I got the impression that he was saying that the players have been very confused about, what the identity of the squad is. He said, normally you've got 8 to 9 players that are regular, and certain things change around that. People come in, when they need to. But that hasn't really been the case at Wolves, and I think that's fair comment. From what he was saying in regards to that, absolutely. On the injury news, as we know, it's Doherty and Rodrigo Gomez. They're both out injured. Agbadou, with his red card, is sent off. So that's the main points in regards to that. The other issue surrounding today's press conference is a press conference that hasn't happened, and that is the Middlesbrough press conference of Rob Edwards. Rob Edwards, who is now Wolves' main #1 target. Wolves made an official approach yesterday, as was reported here on the channel. That was swiftly rejected by Middlesbrough, and a lot of people said, oh, well, that's the end of it. It's never the end of it with these sort of things. If the manager wants to leave, things then things will happen. Not saying that that's going to happen, but Rob Edwards has not taken, apparently, not allegedly, from what I've been told, not taken training at Middlesbrough today. They have a match tomorrow, so that's odd. And the 1 p.m. Middlesbrough press conference that was due to be taken has not happened. Now, some people have been saying, oh, well, maybe Middlesbrough have got rid of the press conference to stop the questions about Wolves. But to me, that only creates more questions. The Middlesbrough fans are already having a bit of a meltdown. Quite right, I mean, and you can understand from a Middlesbrough point of view. He's their manager. They gave him a chance 4 months ago. They're doing well. They won't be happy. And I've said many, many times with Rob Edwards, when I've been talking on different outlets and people going, why would he lose Middlesbrough? You know, if it wasn't for the fact that he played over 100 games for the club, it wasn't for the fact that he did a lot of his coaching at Wolves, and the fact that he's got a real affinity. And as I say, spoke to someone very close to Rob a couple of years ago, one of his agents actually, that said he would walk on water to manage Wolves, but he knew he needed to get more experience. All of those things, the fact that he has that affinity with Wolverhampton Wanderers, you know, for Rob, if he really wants to manage Wolves, and that's one of the things in life he wants to do, this opportunity for him may not come round again. So Wolves are in a really bad position. We know all the issues off the field with the direction of the club over the last 3 or 4 years, and of course there's stuff going on around about that, which, you know, people can say, and we talk about. It's not just about the managerial situation, is it? The media have been talking about how it goes far deeper at Wolves than just that. So there's that he's walking into. Wolves need a clear direction from the ownership, from the leadership. But Rob, in the short term, we need a manager to come in. And Rob Edwards, there isn't a lot of takers out there at the moment. And Rob Edwards is a man that could come in. I think the fans would get behind, because he truly, really loves the club and would want it to do well, and he would do his best. Interesting, of course, on all of these things. James Collins doing his best, decent guy. He's seen a few managers come and go. And if you're wondering where I am, I'm just going to show you now the backdrop so you can see. I am at Grand Central Station, and there's Ozzy the Bull going with the family to see Moulin Rouge this evening at the Birmingham Hippodrome. So if you've seen that, or you're going, or you've been, maybe even going tonight, let me know. And on all of the rest of it, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. It'll all come out in the wash. It's tough times at Wolves. There's a lot of angry people about, a lot of people that are frustrated. There's a lot of upset, because we love our club. We love our club and we want to be successful. We're sick and tired of what's been happening over the last 3 or 4 years, and the fans are fed up. Rob Edwards, if he does come in, I'm pretty sure that the majority of fans, a lot of people probably won't be overruled with him coming in, but the fans will get behind him and the players. So yeah, until the next one, always Wolves.